What's good, family? And it's your man Adam Gibson, owner and founder of The Dope Is Real, host of the Joint Talk podcast. Being a black man in the cannabis industry is very comfortable, very interesting, actually. No, intriguing is more the word, and very intriguing because the cannabis industry, to be honest, as a whole, is the only place I've never experienced any type of prejudice or racism. I've never been like, besides the whole legality thing part, side of it, we're just dealing with the police and stuff like that. When it comes to my business, which usually ain't never, it's never nothing like hostile or aggressive. It's just, the law is the law, and I want to change it, but it's like one of the best, to me personally, it's one of the best places to be. It's the one place where I've never seen a black man or Hispanic man fucking be be judged or just blackballed. I mean, I don't know what you want to I don't know what you want to call it, but just be I've never experienced any type of segregation or anything in the industry, so it's a very becoming place to be in. That's what I would say. Now, as far as it affecting me showing up as a father in my son's life, it doesn't affect me not one bit. I'm 110% in my son's life. Because when it comes down to it, you can't separate the two. One, I'm a father full time. And yes, I am a businessman. But here's the thing, the business is what's putting food and clothes on that baby's back. So how it affects me showing up as a father. Oh no, it affects me very, very well. Like it affects me a lot in a very positive way because it's providing for my family right now. Like for me to say like yeah, I made $14,000 selling hoodies and T-shirts and hats and socks with pictures of cannabis on it. And that's paying for a lot of the stuff that my son has right now and what I have and what my fiance have. It pays for a lot of the stuff that we're able to do, pay for the car that we got and everything. I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. But how does it affect me? It's a huge impact on all of our lives, my whole family life. My fiance smokes. She's a real huge cannabis advocate, obviously, if you haven't guessed yet. So it doesn't affect me at all showing up in my son's life. Matter of fact, it's made me a better father because, you know, I've always looked at things from a business standpoint. And when you introduce family and cannabis in the same sentence, people get all fidgety and people get fucking nervous is what happens. People get fucking nervous, fucking uptight when I mention my son and cannabis in the same sentence. But it's like you have to understand that, bring it back to you have to understand that it's providing for my family. You take that away and it's going to have a negative effect because you do what you're good at, and I'm good and very passionate about building awareness for cannabis, and then just selling cannabis products on top of that. you know it wasn't the other way around. I was always passionate about cannabis, and then I said, well, if this is what I'm passionate about, might as well sell products about the said thing that I'm passionate about. That's just how you make money. That's business 101. Do what you love and the money will come. Oh man, that's so true. Damn, that's so true. As far as a message chaining, all my brothers and all my brothers in the community. That goes for Hispanics too. Y'all people of color. We all in the same boat damn near when it comes to this shit. So I ain't gonna keep you guys long actually. I actually gotta go get my baby. I think I hear him waking up in there. Um, I would say keep an open mind, keep an open perspective is what I like to say. Keep an open perspective when you're in this industry, because it's not like the outside. It's not like the outside world. It's crazy I say it like that. It's not like the rest of the world, the rest of different industries. Like it's a real loving place. We're a real loving place. This industry is, and it's just a blessing to be here because me being a black man, just me. I'm pretty dark. For me to be a black man, any other industry, I would be scrutinized and judged and belittled and looked at like I'm inferior and like just like I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's like in this industry, I didn't face any of that. We're all learning from each other, and that's the key. We're all learning from each other. No one's better than the other. We're all learning shit from each other because there's no rule. There's no actually no manual or rule book to this game. Like we're all learning different shit and then innovating, taking and innovating shit that we're inspired by and creating new shit and rehash and make it better. The community is awesome. Just keep an open perspective. Always be consistent in whatever your goal and your plan is to do. As long as you're consistent, you're going to see the growth. You're going to see the results. But you got to make sure you're on point, though. You got to make sure with all the moves and all the actions that you're taking, you got to make sure they're on point. Consistently making content. Content is the best marketing that you're ever going to get. While people talk about ad spend budgets and buying Facebook ads, and while I do all these things, content marketing is where you exchange time, is where you put time in the place of money. Instead of just running ads and targeting these people, where you build the content and then target those people. Sorry, I got off on a little tangent there, but keep an open perspective. That's what I would say. Keep an open perspective. And for those that are confused with that, just keep an open mind. Keep an open mind when you're in this industry. There are no wrong questions, but there are fucking actions that you can take in this game that'll set you back.